What's up, y'all? Quick story time. So a young lady that I had dealings with, or was dating, whatever you want to categorize it as, was coming over to the crib, right? And so I was feeling a little hungry. So I asked her, I was like, hey, can you, grab me food? I'm hungry and I don't want to leave the crib. She said, oh, sure. If you pay for it, I'll pick it up. So then I asked, wait, do I have to pay for it in order for you to bring me food? She said yes, because if I pay for it.
So come on, we all know that dating isn't going well for women. I mean, nowadays women are losing good men. I mean, this isn't a coping statement for men, because I mean, men are suffering just as much while dealing with these women, So at the end of the day, but we all know that a single 40-year-old man is way different than a single 40-year-old woman. And the reason being is because women always have time against them, bro. Not only regular time, but they also have their biological clock, right? Throughout their lives, they have to find a good, decent man who will hopefully give them a ring. They will settle down with him, hopefully have a baby by the end of it, right? That's the whole goal, to become a mother. Motherhood and a wife, that's a woman's ultimate goal. So, but nowadays, the rate that relationships are going, we all know that men ain't settling, bro. Men are actually refraining from this. They ain't trying to settle no more, right? Because the current dating market is raped. Men are waking up, they're understanding that no, they don't want to spend the rest of their lives with this woman who will divorce them in a couple of years and take all their hard-earned cash, bro. You know what I'm saying, right? So now this puts women at a disadvantage right now, because if a woman continues to behave the way she's behaving, the way these modern women are behaving right now in today's society, they're in big trouble, bro. And I'm telling you this, bro, men are smarting up and they're becoming way selective about who they give the ring to. Matter of fact, the majority ain't trying to even tie the knot anymore. That's not the plan, bro. That's not even the goal. Another thing I gotta pinpoint is like a 40-year-old single woman, her life is pretty much is over, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, because if you look at it, if she's single, she ain't got married, she ain't have kids, she ain't have a husband and all this and that, like, what more can she do? Whereas a man who is 40 years old, he can go out exploring, bro. He has all the time in the world to be dating out here, and he can settle down at any point. He can be 60-year-old and marry a 20-year-old. He doesn't care. But for a woman to actually be vice versa, 60 marrying a 20, that's very less likely. You know what I'm saying? Unless she's trying to become a sugar mama, but you know what I mean? So I think women gotta smart up. Women gotta actually start learning and behaving like who they were designed to be, which is a feminine woman, So anyways, without further ado, we got a few reactions here, which we're gonna get straight right into. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and let's go.
There are rumors about you and various famous men. I'm gonna name a few.
Okay, I'll tell you which
you could react.
Okay.
Cam Newton.
That one was weird. No, never. I've never even met him.
Okay.
Talked to him, nothing.
Travis Scott.
When I was younger. Oh, wait, actually, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this game. I shouldn't do this game.
I just got a few more names.
Should I do this game? Oh, wait, let me see. Because I'm going to take the ones that are not
Okay,
true.
when you were younger.
Yeah, when I was younger.
Okay. Shout out to Travis Scott, one of the monsters out there in music right now.
Definitely.
And shout out to his new baby.
Yeah, beautiful. And his beautiful wife.
Beautiful
lady.
Soldier Boy.
Fudge, no. I think we DM'd as friends, but like nothing like freaky or crazy.
Lil Yachty.
We're friends. We've worked together.
Okay. 21 Savage.
When I was younger. Oh wait, how many more are left?
No, that's it.
Okay, cool. Good.
All right.
Man, on this first video, man, this girl's for the streets, bro. No doubts about that, bro. And notice how her coping mechanism is always saying, when I was younger, as if that always makes everything all right. Like, what's that supposed to mean? You grew out of the streets, all of a sudden now you're older? Like, why is she even talking like when she lived in 1930s? That's when she was younger dating these men, bro. And now it's 2024 and she's like 60 years old or something, reflecting on her time when she was younger. She still looks the same, bro. This might as well have been like a couple months ago to a couple years ago. That isn't when you were younger. She just doesn't want to admit she's been around. Like, there's nothing wrong if you spend your whole time in the streets. At least own up to it. Stop being delusional and clouding your mind into thinking that, oh, that was alright because I was younger and immature. I didn't know better and now I'm all grown. No, you're still the same. Just admit it. We ain't gonna judge over here, but at least be truthful to yourself. You deserve that.
Marshall, I can't love you because I'm attracted to Josh. I just saw Josh, and there is some chemistry,
So what was the talk about?
It was him basically confessing his feelings.
What are you saying to me right now?
I don't want to be with you anymore. And...
You want to be with Josh?
I will find that out.
Okay, Jackie. That is very hurtful.
I'm just telling you, Marshall, that I just can't be with you. I can't.
I would like the ring back because I don't think that you deserve it. Because you should never have accepted my proposal.
Well, I'm gonna keep the ring because I accepted it because I wanted to marry you. Everything I told you in that pod was real.
And you know what? I don't even care. You can keep the ring. Every time you look at that thing, whatever you do with it, I want you to be reminded that you passed up on something great. You know, I was about to give her props for keeping it real with him, you know, like at least she's communicating, because women suck at communicating, but at least right here she's communicating her feelings, her intentions and all that. Girls are known to string you along, you know, you think they're into you, meanwhile they're into other dudes like Josh, and then the way you end up finding out is just throughout the hard way, right? Like maybe she'd be cheating and you walk right in, or maybe you grab her phone and you find out she'd been texting this Josh dude all along, you know. So I was actually happy for her for actually communicating for once, you know, because my dude here deserved that. He deserved this type of communication from you rather than finding you doing shady shit behind his back. So yeah, I was gonna give you kudos for letting my man know up front. That's until I found out he gave you a friggin' ring and you actually accepted the ring, knowing very well you weren't into him. And the fact right now that he's asking for his ring back, you don't even want to give it back. Meanwhile, you don't even like him. You're not even interested in him. So what's the point of keeping the ring? Why don't you just give it back to him? You know, if you accepting the ring usually should mean that you are prepared to be with him for life. You feel the same way he feels about you. But you see, you want to be materialistic out here. You want to go out with Josh, but you want to keep his ring. Ain't no way, you know, if that was me, I wouldn't let you keep my ring. Because I know at the end of the day, you're going to go pawn out that shit and go right out in the sunset with Josh. Hell no, boy. I'll take my ring back. If I have to throw it in the river, I'll be petty like that. I'll throw it in the river. But you ain't keeping it, you know. My guy here is luckily he's a nice guy. At the end, I think he's trying to rationalize to himself as to why he's going to let you keep the ring. So you can keep thinking about him. But you know what? That's a terrible mistake. I would have taken that ring and at least given it to even charity, bro. Even the homeless person down the street deserves that much of respect than you at this moment right now, you know, because you don't deserve it, right? And the fact that you're trying to keep something that was given to you because of a meaning behind it, you're trying to keep it, but yet you don't even feel the same about him, shows what kind of person you are inside. You're wicked.
Here are 4 texts that girls send and what they actually mean. When you ask her to hang out and she says, "If I'm free, sure." Just know you're the backup plan, because if you weren't the backup plan, she would have been like, "Yeah, let's do it, I'm down." Number 2 is if she texts you, "I'm bored." She either wants you to ask her to hang out or to like entertain her in some way. So next time she's like, "I'm bored," say, "Let's go do something fun." She will love it. Number 3, if she says, "I'll let you know," but she never follows up. This means she doesn't give a fuck and she won't let you know. So if you're like, "Yeah, let's do something Friday," and she's like, "I'll let you know, I'll check if I'm free," and she doesn't let you know about it, or she doesn't give you like an update if she's free or not, don't text her about that plan again. Next, if she says, "I'm with my friend," she's with a girl. If she says, "I'm with a friend," she's with a guy. And last one is if she constantly says, "Oh, I'm busy, but let's do another day." If this keeps happening, then she just doesn't care to hang out with you. Anyways, let me know if these are valid and what else I should make.
You know, this is a smart girl, bro. She knows what she's talking about. She knows her species right away, and she is on the dot. She is spot on with the advice she's giving you right now, you know. But what I gotta say, like, anytime you're talking to a girl and you leave the ball in her park, by this I mean, like, you know, she tells you like, "I'm busy right now, I'll let you know," or "I'll text you later," or "Give me your phone number and I will text you," or something like that, or "I'll call you later," you know. Don't trust them, bro. It's never gonna happen. 100% it's never gonna happen. That's already an L. That's a loss on your end. Right off the back, it's either a yes or a no, right? You want those type of answers. You don't want to be standing on the border. Now you have to wait for her response and you have to wait for her timing. And nah, bro, you can't be doing that. Like, if you believe her, you're a fool. Most of the times when girls even tell you like, you know, "I'm busy at the moment, I'll let you know later," or this and that, it's literally she is rejecting you, but in the nicest way possible. At that moment, you might as well just take it as a no, right? Because any person who is interested in you, they usually will reschedule a different date, right? Like, for example, if you guys are supposed to go out, date, whatever, and she can't make it at this moment, she can reschedule for you for either a different time, a different day, whatever, different day of the week. You tell me, you know what I'm saying? So, or she can even offer to make it up to you, right? And she has to actually do that. She can just be saying to say, you know what I'm saying? She has to actually go out of her length to actually make it up to you, you know? And that's how you know that's how you will know she's proper. But most of the time, these girls will like give you a response and then they'll leave you hanging, and then now it forces you to reach out to them again later and be like, hey, you know, is it just, does today work? Does this week work? You know, and they say no, and now you keep going down this rabbit hole. It's like, bro, you ain't got time to waste like that. You can't. You're a busy man. You might as well do other things, you know. So if she can't give you a proper answer, it's a yes or a no. Bam, cut it out. Don't just keep stringing yourself and clouding your own mind into believing that she's gonna change her mind. Because if she was really about you, she would have told you at that moment. All right.
What's up, y'all? Quick story time. So a young lady that I had dealings with, or was dating, whatever you want to categorize it as, was coming over to the crib, right? And so I was feeling a little hungry. So I asked her, I was like, hey, can you grab me food? I'm hungry and I don't want to leave the crib. She said, oh, sure. If you pay for it, I'll pick it up. So then I asked, wait, do I have to pay for it in order for you to bring me food? She said yes, because if I pay for it, it puts me in my masculine energy. Wait, so we've been dating for a little while and you can't bring me food? $20? Unless I pay for it? And to me, don't get it wrong, I was not mad at all. She still came over. I went and got my own food and everything. But it did make me look at her different. Because to me, that's a character flaw. Because if you only have the capacity to do something for me under the condition that it's reciprocated, or that like I pay for it, that means it's not genuine, it's not in your heart. And to me, that doesn't work, because I'm the opposite. I hold those doors for you on those dates because it's in my heart. I pay for everything when you're with me because it's on my heart. I book your plane ticket because it's in my heart. I am not one to keep score. And so if you can't bring somebody that you've been talking to, dating, a $20 meal, because that puts you in your masculine, major red flag. And then I posted about it on my Instagram story, and one young lady was like, well, I would have done the same thing if we're not exclusive. Exclusive? Baby, we're talking about a $20 meal. I didn't ask you to go to the grocery store, cook, fill out my refrigerator. I asked if you could bring me food. Because we ain't got to be exclusive for me to pay for your nails, huh? We ain't got to be exclusive for me to hold all of these doors and bring you flowers. But we got to be exclusive for you to bring me a $20 meal. It's sad, man, and I think that's why we have the dating problems and trouble we have now, because nobody is moving just genuinely. Everybody is keeping score, and this attitude that, like, I'm not doing X, Y, and Z if he's not doing this for me or she's not doing this for me. And unfortunately, I just don't move like that. I've never had. If you are hungry and I have it, you are fed. Simple. Whether I like you or not. Now, if I like you, it's a bonus. But it's in my heart to be this way. But I would love to hear y'all thoughts on this situation. Ladies, is she justified? Is she right? Fellas?
So first and foremost, he has a point, you know. Yeah, if he has been seeing you for some time and he has been paying for your meals, your flights and everything, and all he asks at this one particular moment is for you to grab something for him to eat, which is worth $20, and you're gonna bring this up to him, bro, that's a dirty move, man. You know, you're not a proper girl. And the fact is, my man here is still keeping you. That makes me wonder, like, why is he even doing this in the first place? Because you already know what type of girl this is, and yet you're still entertaining. You know, this girl can't even spend $20 out of her own pocket for your best interest while you're spending thousands on her. This is a user, you know? So at the end of the day, you should have definitely cut it off. You know, at this moment, you know what kind of person she is, and you shouldn't be surrounding yourself with these type of leeches who just leech off you for their own benefits. And when you need something, they ain't there to show up, you know. Just like you said, there isn't a lot of genuine people out here nowadays. People are always looking for ways and what benefits them, especially women. Like nowadays, bro, women be going out there dressed like $1,000,000 by God 2 cents in their pocket, bro. Actually, they'd be even lucky to own 2 cents in their purses and shit. But they be carrying this whole huge big bags, and there ain't no dollar sign in there, bro. Not a single dollar sign, bro. Trust me, you know. And that's because the prettier the girl, we already know she's used to getting away with things. She's used to getting her life paid off by all these simps, all these old men. A lot of them got sugar daddies here and there, you know. So if a girl's been surviving all her years like that, what makes you different? Like, why is she gonna even spend money for you? You know what I'm saying? She's so used to having her life paid off that she's never even used a credit card, bro. Like, her credit cards be out there collecting dust wherever it is, man. Maybe in her room or something, you know. But most of the times they have their life paid out. So in this particular situation, my guy, you should have just dumped her at this moment, because this is a fumble, bro. This girl is a leech. She's not even a girl, she's a leech. I'm telling you right now. So any other man listening out there, if you're in this kind of situation and the girl has to question you, you know, and give you that kind of remark like, only if you pay for it, I'll grab you food. Like, bro, what? And especially if you've been paying for all her life, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you guys been paying for all the hangouts, you've been paying for a flight, you've been paying for this, been paying for that, and she can't pay $20 out of her own pocket. That's out of pocket. Like, not even to be petty, but how can you continue to hang out with her, you know? Like, letting this type of girl keep coming and chilling in your crib and all, like, she doesn't deserve that type of luxury, you know what I'm saying? She shouldn't even be in that house in the first place. Now, one thing I could understand is maybe like if you guys had just met and you only chilled once, and now you're asking her to spend on you and she doesn't know you that well, or you're not her boyfriend, or you did not have a ring on her and all this and that, then it's understandable, bro, you know, because why would she spend on a stranger that she doesn't even really know that well? But I mean, it should come out of the bottom of their heart, you know what I mean? Like, if somebody's hungry and you have money and they don't have money at that moment, like, you know, just it's a human decency thing to do, just get them food. But at the end of the day, you're not a homeless man, so I guess I can see as to why she wouldn't want to spend her own earned money, you know. But because it makes sense, because you all ain't exclusive, so why would she spend on you? If you're exclusive, she has your baby, you guys are married, whatever, you've been dating for 10 years or this and that, it makes more sense. But at this moment, you guys ain't exclusive and she doesn't owe you shit. But when you mention that you've been paying for everything else, her flights and all this and that, man, this is where the whole formula changes. All right, she should at least have some sense of decency to actually help you out, right? It's not much. $20 ain't much compared to what you've done for her, so she should be able to do it, no problem, you know. And to have that other person that commented, that other woman that commented on your post when you posted this, and they said they would have done the same. Well, of course, what do you expect? Women will always side with women, no matter what, no matter through what issues. No, they don't even care about listening to that other girl's version, or to understand what the story or the dialogue behind this whole conversation is. They just like to just side with the other person, not even knowing what's going on, right? Like, if there's a fight going on and this woman is in the wrong and a woman walks in, a woman would just go side with her right off the bat, even if she was the aggressor, you know. That's how women are. They stick together, right? So you shouldn't expect anything different from her. But at this moment, this is your fault, because this woman doesn't deserve your presence. No matter of fact, if you had heard this off the bat and the woman had told you, oh, I'll pick the food only if you pay for it, or something like that, you should have just blocked her, you know what I mean? Like, just literally delete her number. I don't care if you're dry, you're going through a dry spell and you don't have women in your life, but you don't deserve this, bro. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, now you're not even gonna chill with her on some, you know, on some real shit. Like, now you're gonna be around her, but you don't look at her the same way. Why would you chill with somebody that you don't have a genuine connection with anymore? You know, somebody that is bothering you and is affecting you and is making you think, and it's, why would you sit with them? Like, you know, now since you don't see them the same way, you might as well just get rid of them, because there's no point. Why are you gonna just hang out and just laugh the shit out of random shit, but you genuinely don't like her? Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is on your fault as well. You should have just ended it off the bat instead of coming out here and complaining about this. But at the same time, this is how women move, guys. You know, they're users more than they give back. They like to take. All right, so they like to be there for the good times, and they don't like to really do shit for anybody, right? Notice, bro, I'm telling you this. If this girl, if the situation was the same, and the girl asking a dude to pick up food for her or whatever, the dude wouldn't even question it, bro. He would just come. No matter if the food was like $20, $50, $100, he would just bring it for her, because that's how we are as men, right? We're caring. We're not just gonna be like, oh, no, you know what I'm saying? But nowadays, Maybe we should act that way.
I just had the sexiest encounter with a man. I was at the pool. In order to sit by the pool, you need a wristband. And there's this man that comes around and checks to make sure that you have the wristband. He was gorgeous. So when I saw that he was about to come over to check for my wristband, I was like, wristband. And I was like, but you know, it's a shame. And he's like, what? And I'm like, it's a shame that you're only checking for my wristband. And he's like, so confused in his face. I'm like, I just think it would be cool if you were checking for my phone number. And his face just drops to his ass. And I'm like, listen, like, I know you know, you're going around checking for wristbands. I'm sure that can be boring. I want to spice it up for you. I'd love to give you my phone number. And he's just like, took my phone number and he was like, let's get a drink when my shift is over. And I was just so proud of myself because it's like, in 2024, if I want something, I'm going to get it. What's stopping me? Like, he was hot. I was like, yes, I'm interested. Of course, if he's single, I made it happen. You guys, the confidence in 2024 that we are working on is immaculate.
This next video here, she got a guy's number. So kudos to her. 99% of the women out here, they don't pull the first move anyways. So you can tell how proud she is, bro. This is like the first time she's ever approached a man she's attracted to and got her and got his number or whatever. You know, she's so happy she had to go make a video. That's cute. It's so funny, bro. Like, this is how men do it all the time, bro. We've been living like this, you know. But I just want you guys to imagine if the roles were reversed. Imagine if it's actually a dude that's chilling over there and a girl was checking wristbands and the dude pulled exactly the same thing, right? And imagine if this dude was like a little bit below average. Do you think the reaction would be the same? That girl would probably be like, ew, what a creep, like, you know what I mean? Or she probably would have lied, or she probably would have been like, I'm married or whatever, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, it just goes on to show that, yo, when you're attractive and then the other guy, the other partner is attractive, it all works out, right? So it goes for girls as well, right? Like, she's an attractive woman, of course she has the balls to go say this to an attractive man, and that man was shocked because usually women never do this type of shit. This goes on to show that, yeah, if you're an attractive man, shit just falls into your lap, you know what I mean? You don't have to do that much work, right? Like, you just be chilling, you just be existing, right? Yeah, the game's a little bit different if you are an average man, because an average man, you actually have to do shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't gonna happen to you every day, but moments like this might happen to you like once in the full moon. You know what I mean? But then if you're, of course, attractive, you got things going on, then it can happen more frequently, man. You can notice signs of girls out there giving you their numbers, running around here and there. And, you know, for the most cases though, women like to look, flick their hair, put themselves in the line of sight to whoever they want to, or whoever they're attracted to, you know, and they'll laugh out loud to try and get his attention to make him approach it, right? So that's the funniest way. If a woman is interested in a man, she doesn't make the first move. She wants him to make the first move on her. But this one here, I like this type of energy. At least she's spicing things up. She's changing things up. Now imagine if a lot of women did this kind of approaches to men, or a lot of women moved like this. Wouldn't the world just be a better place?
Are y'all still together?
No.
No. Oh. What do you mean, oh?
Nothing.
What do you mean, huh?
So, who are you dating now? Black dude?
A big guy.
A big guy, real dark guy.
How tall is he?
He's like
you say
6
dark?
feet.
You mean black?
But he's 6 foot, all taller, 6 foot.
So are you okay with this?
Well, he's dating someone too.
Miss Pat. I'm fucking killing it too. I'll tell you that right now.
How long was y'all together?
10 years.
10 years.
Why did you leave him? I know you left. I mean, I can understand why.
Hey, why? I'm a good guy.
Ain't no way the fuck I want to be dating you. Too wow.
So anyway, yeah, well, it was a mutual breakup, okay?
How do you mutually break up?
We looked at each other, I think it's time to move on.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that, okay?
Yeah.
Number two.
Who brought the conversation up?
What? Why is it tit for tat? Why does it have to be her? You're saying, this is what you're saying, Miss Pat, and this is rude. You're being rude, okay?
Okay.
So
But I can feel her spirit.
What's my spirit saying?
Freedom.
On this next video, man, I love the energy in the room. Like, you can tell there's no animosity, right? Which is pretty dope. I mean, she's dating someone and he's dating someone and they're cool with that. I mean, that's that's awesome, right? Because most of the times what happens in a room when you're stuck there with your ex, right? Usually both of you be pointing fingers at each other, you know? She gonna play the victim saying it was all your fault. You're gonna say it was her fault. You're gonna be screaming at her. She's gonna be screaming at you, you know? Like, it's a whole lot of mess. But for this one, they're actually behaving like adults. Like, most people would be hella emotional in a room like this. But one thing though I gotta disagree about this is about the breakup. There's no way that a breakup can be mutual. Like, if somebody asks you who broke up with who, you can't say we both did, because that's not how it works. Usually there is one party that has to bring the conversation. You know, they have to come up with this right by themselves, this idea, right, about, you know, having this breakup, and then you will respond by either agreeing or disagreeing or whatever, right? So one person always has to initiate this conversation. You can't say that both people initiated, because for that to happen, all of you would have to sit in a room and then count to 3, right? 1, 2, 3, we break up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you both of you have to shout in unison, and this doesn't happen like that, you know, in life. That's just what I always say, man. Like, I was just having this conversation with somebody else the other day too, and then the topic came about breakup, you know, and they said the same thing, like, we both broke up. I'm like, you both can't break up with each other at the same time, you know. One person has to say it, whether it's you, whether it's her, you know. But I get it, in situations like this, usually the partner that's gotten broken up with, they don't want to admit that they were broken up with, you know. So they wanna cover up their ego a bit. They wanna have a little bit of pride. So you know, it doesn't feel good when somebody's like, oh, they broke up with me, you know. It's an ego thing, right? So they want to cover it up by saying we both broke up with each other, you know. And most of the times, usually it takes a lot of balls for a person who's gotten broken up with to say they broke up with me. That takes a lot of courage. Not a lot of people like to admit that, but it does, you know. Most people, they like to keep it civil, especially the ones who, you know, got broken up with. They like to say, oh, it was a mutual thing. Meanwhile, it wasn't. One of you had to break up with the other. So who was it, you know? But aside from that, the energy is kind of here, is unmatched. It's pretty cool. The woman here who's asking all these questions, she seems to know exactly. She can read the energy in the room and seem to know who was the problem, and she knows it all. You can just tell. She can already read them like alphabet. You know what I'm saying? She already knows my guy here. Depending on his energy and her energy, you can already tell who's the problem over here, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I just want to point out the women that are quiet, like, just because she's quiet like this doesn't mean she didn't do shit in this relationship, you know, because women like to always make themselves look presentable in the room. So her sitting quiet like this and my guy here being, you know, the wild one with high energy, doesn't mean necessarily he was the aggressor in this relationship, or he's the one that affected the breakup, whatever, right? But she has as much role to play in their breakup just as he does, you know what I'm saying? So you don't know their story, you gotta fully dive in to understand it. So anyways, that's the video, guys. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and comment down what you guys thought about it. Without further ado, your boy PAPI. Catch you on the next one. Peace.